We do it every single day, but have you ever really truly stopped to wonder why? I'm talking about sleep. It's such a fundamental part of our lives, but honestly, it's also one of biology's biggest mysteries. So today, we are going to pull back the curtain and unravel it. I mean, just think about that for a second. We spend about 1/3 of our entire lives completely unconscious. What could possibly be so important that our bodies demand that much of our time? From an evolutionary point of view, it seems like a huge risk, right? So whatever's happening, the benefits must be massive. That's why we're calling this the 1/3 life question, because it really is one of the biggest, most fascinating puzzles in all of biology. And spoiler alert, the answer is not that we're just switching off for 8 hours. Oh no, it's so much more active than that. To really drive this home, let's look at this number, 26. That's how many years an average person will spend of their life completely asleep. 26 years. That's way more time than you'll spend eating or socializing or probably even working. There has to be a very, very good reason for that. So what is that reason? Well, it turns out that while your conscious mind is off the clock, your brain and body are basically punching in for a super busy night shift. Let's dig into the 3 critical jobs that get done while you're sound asleep. First up is something called memory consolidation. The best way to picture this is to think of your brain as a library. All day long, you're just taking in new information. It's like books being dropped all over the floor. Well, at night, your brain acts like a meticulous librarian, carefully sorting through all those books and filing them away on the proper shelves. It's literally how we learn and make memories stick. Okay, so while the librarian is busy at work, the body's repair shop flips its open sign on. This is when a massive amount of physical restoration happens. Your muscles get healed, damaged tissues are repaired, and all these crucial growth hormones are released. It's your body's essential built-in nightly maintenance program. And this next one, this is absolutely incredible. While we sleep, a process called glymphatic clearance kicks into high gear. You can think of it as the brain's dishwasher. A special fluid literally washes through your brain, clearing out all the junk, the metabolic waste and toxins that build up while we're awake. This deep clean is thought to be vital for helping prevent some really serious neurodegenerative diseases. So you see, sleep is this incredibly active and powerful state. It's all built on these 3 pillars: sorting our memories, repairing our bodies, and cleaning our brains. And if you start to neglect any one of these, the whole system really starts to feel the strain, which affects everything from your mood to your long-term health. But how exactly does all this work get done? It's not a simple on-off switch. No way. Instead, every single night, we go on this highly structured journey through different stages of sleep. So let's map out what that nightly cycle actually looks like. Okay, so a single sleep cycle kicks off with you just drifting off into light sleep. Easy enough. From there, you go down into deeper sleep as your heart rate and your body temperature drop. Then you hit the deepest, most restorative stage. This is prime time for that physical repair we talked about. And finally, you cycle back up into REM sleep. That's when your brain gets super active, you have vivid dreams, and that memory librarian really gets to work processing everything. And here's the kicker. You don't just do this once. We repeat this entire 90-minute journey about 4 or 5 times every single night. What's really interesting is that the balance shifts as the night goes on. Early in the night, you get more of that deep physical repair sleep. But toward the morning, you spend a lot more time in REM sleep, focusing on all that mental and emotional cleanup. It's a beautifully designed system. All right, so we've covered the why and the how. Now for the most important part, right? What can we actually do with this information? Let's get into some really practical steps to help you sleep smarter, not just longer, to make sure all these amazing processes can actually happen. I think it's helpful to think about our habits as either sleep wreckers or sleep boosters. On the wreckers side, you've got the usual suspects, that late afternoon coffee, endlessly scrolling on your phone in bed, and of course, having a totally unpredictable schedule. But on the boosters side, you have these simple but really powerful habits, like keeping your room cool and dark and having a consistent wind-down routine every night. So here it is, your final takeaway toolkit. These are 4 simple things you can start doing tonight. The absolute biggest one is consistency. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time, even on weekends. Make your room a sleep sanctuary. Put that phone away an hour before bed. And please watch out for that late night meal or drink that can totally throw your sleep cycles out of whack. When it all comes down to it, it boils down to this one simple truth. This isn't about luxury or being lazy. Sleep isn't an option that you can just skip without any consequences. It is a fundamental, non-negotiable biological necessity. It's just as important as the air you breathe, the water you drink, and the food you eat.
So as we wrap this up, let's go back to that 1/3 of your life. It's not lost time. It's an investment. Your energy, your focus, your health, your absolute best self is literally waiting for you on the other side of a good night's sleep. So the only question left is, what are you waiting for?